Apple has announced the release of 3 new security updates. The company revealed recently their hardware was at risk since it contains a microchip with 2 major security flaws. RT's Trinity Chavez with the story.
Chances are you probably own a smartphone or computer that contains some very personal information that you don't want others to see. Well, now, because of 2 major microchip security flaws, virtually every computer and cell phone is at risk of a potential hack.
So it's potentially serious because it affects basically everybody who uses a phone or a computer in the world, so it's very widespread. And it has the potential for you to lose your data, passwords and things like that. But at the moment that hasn't happened, it's just a potential vulnerability.
The flaws dubbed Meltdown and Spectre affect the processing chips made by Intel and ARM Holdings. So that means that if you use a desktop, laptop, or smartphone, or cloud service from Apple, Google, or Amazon, you might be vulnerable to a hack. While Meltdown only appears to affect Intel chips, Spectre is the biggest threat because it is in billions of devices, including most of Apple's hardware.
They are vulnerable to Spectre and Meltdown, which are 2 potentially very serious vulnerabilities in processors. So if you have an iPhone or an iPad or a Mac or even an Apple TV that runs tvOS, then you need to think about how you're going to prevent the hackers out there from stealing your sensitive data.
Yet experts suspect companies have known about this issue for months and believe that chip makers could have known about it for years.
We think that the companies have known about this for around 6 months and they've kept it quiet. That will be so they don't publicise the flaw and help hackers, but at the same time they do seem to have moved relatively slowly on this. And we think that the chip makers must have known about this as a sort of theory for upwards of a year or more.
The tech tycoon recently confirmed that all of its iPhones, iPads, and Mac computers are affected by the flaws, but announced that it released fixes to defend Meltdown. And today, Apple released 3 new security updates aimed at protecting Safari and WebKit from the Spectre attack. This comes after a lawsuit was filed against the tech giant for slowing down older iPhone models when new ones came out. Users have long suspected Apple slows iPhones down as they age, but this is the first time the company has admitted to doing so. The company issued an apology and said in a statement, quote, "First and foremost, we have never and would never do anything to intentionally shorten the life of any Apple product or degrade the user experience to drive customer upgrades. Our goal has always been to create products that our customers love, and making iPhones last as long as possible is an important part of that." Apple is now reducing the price of the out-of-warranty iPhone batteries from $79 to only $29 and is looking into more fixes that can help defend against Spectre. Reporting in New York, Trinity Chavez, RT.